Welcome to Salazar Art Nation. This is Frank, aka Captain Goggles. And wouldn't it be cool if I had my own Captain Goggles uh, figurine? Well, guess what I do? I designed this on HeroForge.com. You can make custom miniatures for tabletop role playing games, or you can just have it as a little figure here displaying for display. So I designed this on HeroForge.com. You can you can get it made there, and they'll send it to you, and they'll use different materials. They have different options. You can get it in metal. You can get it in a sturdier plastic, uh, but you can also buy the STL file for $7.99, $8. You can buy the STL file. On Black Friday, they had a sale, so you could get it for $4. So I bought the file, and not just Captain Goggles. I also got Mask Woman and Captain Courage, and I'm gonna be working on those miniatures here. Currently, Captain Courage, he came out as a failed print. I had him printed at the library. They have a 3D printer. So they're working on that one. Again, I don't know when it'll be ready because I have some other figures that I designed on Hero Forge, and they're being 3D printed as well. I did get some other ones that I have here, but uh, I can show those in a different video. So I got Captain Goggles, I got Mask Woman, I got Captain Courage. Oh yeah, so Captain Courage, I gave him a shield and a sword, and that has been tricky to 3D print. But the library figured out. Oh, and this is at the 5 centimeters. Originally, it was printed smaller, so it was a little tiny figurine. Which that one I just colored with some markers, and again the sword wasn't coming on, but the shield did come out. But they're teeny tiny. They're like this. It was like I gave that uh, I gave that away, and someone broke it. So sorry. So, so those are the breaks. Uh, but we'll figure it out. We can you can resize it. So I think currently that one is being printed out at this size, but at a slower rate. So hopefully the shield and sword do come out better. So when I do get that, I will show that either in a separate video or just pictures on Instagram. But we'll see. Right now, we're focusing on Captain Goggles, Mask Woman, and Captain Courage. And so let's just get to that video now. We got Captain Courage here, and you can see the makeshift gauntlet, which was part of the shield that didn't print correctly, but there's a new one coming. So this one is gonna have a pretty cool gauntlet. But before that, I am gonna color the helmet a little bit with just some alcohol markers, add a little bit of color, and now it's gonna do more of ink washes than actual coloring and painting, at least for now. So I got some green ink. These are fountain pen inks, and you can see here I gave it a green wash with a little bit of black ink on the boots and on the vest. I want it to be clear that he's a soldier. So it looks like the little green soldiers that used to get as a kid, or I used to get them as a kid, and they still have some at the Dollar Tree. I've seen them. But here we got Captain Goggles, and this one I just used a little bit of the black ink that was left over from the brush pen, and just dabbed it a bit. Added a little bit of a alcohol marker on Mask Woman for the purple and the the staff and her sash, and here they are. Before I added the wash, and I did like the detail on Masked Woman. Her antenna did break there, so I just went with it. Might have been battle damage, or it might be a prototype antenna that's attached to the mask there. And with Captain Goggles, I said instead of adding color with alcohol markers, I'll just add the color with the ink. So this is mostly just ink wash. Some light red ink and some black. And then I'm going to add a little bit more red ink and more black. And just going to blend the colors a little bit, blend the ink. And same thing for Masked Woman. Her hair was giving me a little bit of trouble because I wanted the hair to be darker, and the ink just kept rubbing off. But that's pretty much what I was actually going for, just giving them a washed out look. And just look at Captain Goggles. Look at him getting all rustic. And Captain Courage is actually looking pretty good. Adding a little bit more on Captain Goggles. And overall, I do like how they came out. I was liking the washed out look on them. I do have a bigger ink bottle, so I'm trying to see if I could get a darker black for Masked Woman's hair. You can see this how they turned out. But then I went and added a marker over the inks, and then I said, I'm just gonna paint them. So I painted them. And that was Captain Goggles, Masked Woman, Captain Courage, nicely colored. I have them here. I got Captain Goggles. I did keep the. I didn't paint any skin colors. I kept the white plastic as their skin. Captain Goggles, Masked Woman. Doo-doo. I did use some black paint on her hair. So, and here is Captain Courage. You can see here a little bit better that I turned the shield, the broken shield, into his gauntlet. So I am getting it reprinted. So that version, it's not gonna have this. So it's gonna be one of a kind. And you can't see it because I think it blended in, but I had painted the emblem, so I'm gonna redo that. Um, yeah, so I can so it stands out a little bit more, or so I can at least see that it's Captain Courage's emblem. But yeah, got Captain Courage, Masked Woman, and Captain Goggles. Got my own figures, and so it'll be nice to have these here displayed. And I do, and hopefully use them in the game. And I do have an extra Captain Goggles unpainted, and that's what I was showing. So, I might see if I can get another one of Masked Woman, and so I can have them both unpainted, or maybe I just put some a little bit of ink wash on both of them, and just have them there. I did get some other miniatures 3D printed that I had designed on Hero Forge. So I'm going to show them quickly. I'll probably do a video on Roll for Truckle about them later on, or eventually I might use them in something. But I just want to show. This is Leffy Jafferty, named after Jeff Lafferty. And yeah, he is a cleric elf. So see, he has a shield and a sword. So that came out good. These were this was printed at a slower rate and took an hour to print. So I'm hoping this one will come out better. And his shield is going to be different. It's a different shape. And this one, the staff broke, but I do have the piece, so I'm going to glue it. But this is my son's character. His very first D&D or tabletop RPG character that I made this for him when he was here. He didn't know I made for him, but I since then showed it to him, and he got on HeroForge.com, started designing his own characters. So he's been making a few, and he asked me if I could get one 3D printed. So I'm gonna choose one of his characters that he made, and buy that file. Now, that file is it's not gonna be $4, but it's just one character. So, but yeah, this is his elf magic user or wizard. I use basic fantasy rules, and there they call it magic user, but the module we're playing was D&D. So I'll talk about that in another video on the Truaco Creative, not the Truaco Creative Cast, on Roll for Truaco, and I can show that a little bit better. And I'm going to fix the staff, but they did print out a larger size of that one, and I'm glad they did, because I can give this to him as well, and he can have it to commemorate his very first D&D game with his dad. And there you can see the staff there. I do like this size, but for gameplay, it's big and it's just like a giant. But I think this is something cool to just like have as a decoration. So be careful, because it can break easily. And this is This is Reno the cleric, but I originally designed him as a magic user, but I had to make a version where he's a cleric. I think Reno I'm going to use more in a solo game where he's going to start a magic user, but down the line he'll become a cleric. So those will be for other videos. I just wanted to show them off a bit. But I'm really happy, really excited. I got my miniatures. I got Captain Goggles, Maskellman, and Captain Courage. So I wanted to share that. Thank you for watching. Hope you liked this video. Leave a like, leave a comment, and we'll see you next time. Captain Goggles out.
He settles squabbles with the goggles, battle like full throttle. Bugs to gobble, don't have to ask. She puts on the mask to face each task, ready to face an attack, won't come in.